I need to know. You say I'll never get your blessing till the day I die. Tough luck, my friend, but the answer is no. Why you gotta be so rude? Don't you know I'm human too? Why you gotta be so rude? I'm gonna marry you anyway. Marry that girl. Marry you anyway. Marry that girl. Yeah, no matter what you say. Marry that girl. And we'll be a family. Why you gotta be so rude?
Hey, what's up people? Welcome to today's show, Behind the Note. And today I'm joined by one of my mentors right here, Martin aka Amafo, one of the best drummers in Zambia. He's a drummer, he's a guitarist, Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure talking to you. Yeah.
Indeed.
How is it with you with the music and all?
Now everything is moving on well, despite the consequences of COVID, but we're doing our level best. We're okay.
Yeah, it's always good to be pushing here.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, but anyway, this show, as you know, we talk about you, Mr. Amafo, how you started your music, how you came to be this producer that you are, this drummer that you are, and so maybe just give us a brief introduction of yourself. Yeah.
Okay, my name's Martin Tembo, aka Hammerfall. Yes, and I'm around 30s somewhere there. 20s and 30s somewhere there. I don't want to be very specific. Yeah. So anyway, I came across music around 2003. Yes, at first I used to play traditional drums. I was just self-taught for traditional drums. Yeah, I just used to admire how people in the society would play them when they come to dance nyao and then and stuff like that.
Oh, so you play in society, not in church or anything?
Yes, at first I played in society. Okay. Then that's when I went to play them in church now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So then after that, my dad introduced me to an acoustic guitar around 2004, 2005.
Yeah.
Somewhere there, I used to play guitar. Later on, because this is just brief. Later on, around 2006, I migrated to the actual drum set. Then later on in 2008, migrated to the keyboard and bass guitar. And just like that, later on migrated to music production. But of course, after my dad introduced me, later on, there are a few stuff that I would learn from different people. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so but drums are like your favorite instrument?
Yes, drums are my favorite instrument. And the only instrument that I really play. These others, I just have ideas and I just play around a little bit.
What do you have against other instruments?
I feel my heart doesn't get too comfortable with them, but with drums I get well.
You like the noise?
I like the noise. It's amazing.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, but you being a drummer now, professional drummer, playing on big stages now. So maybe tell us about the number of artists that you've played for. Maybe the names also.
Okay. I've played for quite a few. I would say the likes of Tishon, Mampi, Taito, Peterson. Who else? I think for now I'll just say those. Yeah, likes of those.
I'm always seeing you with Tishon, but I've never seen Tishon with another drummer.
Yes, I've had the opportunity to play for him since he started doing live music. Of course, he's used a little bit of other drummers, like when they go for shows that are corporate shows where they have a home band that is playing there. Stuff like that has happened, but I've played for him since 2014. Yes, till date.
2014, and I remember 2014 you were also at Evelyn Horn College. That's where we met.
Yes.
In fact, that's when you started studying music there, right?
Yes, yes.
So from a drummer in church to Tishon's drummer to now a music lecturer. That's quite the transition, right?
Yes, yes.
So like, how is it now? Teaching music, like theoretical music now. It's not like playing in church and all that. It's now theoretical. You have to think about it. You have to read scores. How was the transition from all this?
Okay, the transition at first was a little bit crazy and hard.
Yeah.
Because long ago, before 2013 mostly, because I started learning how to read scores in 2013 or 2012, somewhere there, I was doing some online program from bakery.
Oh.
Yes, and I was also learning from my friends who were at Evelyn Horn, but couldn't play instruments. So I was teaching them how to play and they'll teach me some music theory.
Yeah.
And also learning from my friends from Apostolic Church. Yeah. So it was hard because there is something about reading scores that acts as a weakness when you already play.
Yeah.
Your mind always tells you, you can play this, you just have to listen to the song, then you can just go and blaze around the kit.
Yeah.
But then when you want to be a teacher or when you go to music school, it's different.
Yeah.
Because you have to read, you have to understand the score. If you don't understand the score, then you cannot teach your students.
Yeah.
So it took me quite some time. I can say maybe 1 year, 6 months for me to get used to just reading a score and teaching with a score.
Fluently reading.
Yes, fluently.
So it takes that much time.
It takes time, yeah. Even now, there is music that I can play.
Right.
Because there is too much of music out there.
Yeah.
There is certain scores that I can play. I have to go through them a lot for me to just play them. Yes, so because scores have grades. There's scores from grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 and diploma, degree and stuff like that.
Goes all the way to that.
Yes, and masters.
I really had no idea.
Yes, so there's some scores that I still can just play when I'm given right now. I have to go through them.
Oh. Okay.
Yes, so it was a big transition and a big task and a challenge. But all thanks to God, at least I'm somewhere now.
Yeah. And last week we had sessions, drum workshop. Is it a drum workshop?
Yes, sessions drum workshop.
And you were one of the speakers.
Yes.
And you were also. I saw some video. You had the board, and was that like theory or?
Yes, I was trying to teach some music theory there. It was quite. That event was the best. I've never been to a clinic that was so graced like that. There were a lot of amazing teachers and drummers there. So I had the pleasure and opportunity to be part of it. Yeah. So I just introduced a few things about music theory there because I didn't have a lot of time. I only had about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was quite fun, very interesting, and I learned a lot from that side.
Yeah, it's always good to be in such environments.
Very.
Yeah, but one thing, the question that I really have for you is how do you find time to be a lecturer, to be a producer, to be a drummer on stage and all those things? How do you manage your time to be that kind of musician?
Well, that question is a good one. I hope someone sees this for sure. Yeah. Okay, being a musician is very tough. It's a very tough career. You have to practice and you need to have time to listen and you need to have time to reflect and think and you need time to plan as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether this is good or bad, but I just find it interesting to have ideas about everything. And there's no part that I want to leave out right now.
Yeah.
So I would say this is my day. This is my day. This is the way my day starts. Every day at about 6:50 or 7 hours to 7:40 or 8 hours. That's the only time I can practice. That's the only time I can practice seriously. Then from 7 hours, from 8 hours to about 11, that's the only time I can mix songs because all my lessons start about 13 hours.
Oh.
13 hours to about 17, that's when I have lessons and I'm teaching this time.
Yeah.
And then after 17, this is the time I have band practice.
That's quite good.
So that's like my routine every day. So that's the
Every day is like that.
Yes, but sometimes, with our bodies, sometimes you don't feel like practicing.
Yeah.
So sometimes I won't practice. So usually I only listen to music when I'm going somewhere. I'm in road going somewhere. That's when I listen to. But it's quite hard because you don't have time to you don't really have time to go around. Okay, every time you have to go out or to just have fun, it means you have to slow down on something or cut on something. So sometimes I do that, but that's just the way it is. So mixing, recording, I do that mostly from 8 hours to 13 hours. Mostly from 14 to 17 hours. I'm teaching this time. Yes, unless on some days I'm recording, sometimes at 14 as well. But that's the way my schedules are.
And you also have Hammer 4 Music Foundations.
Yes.
So that's like separate from your lecturing career. It's just your own thing, right?
Yes, that's just my own thing that I do on my private time. That's my production. All my productions are done under Hammer 4 Music Foundations. Even the lessons that I'm talking to you about from 12, 13 to 17, there are some that I do from my foundation and some that I do from the places where I work from.
Okay. So like Hammer 4 Music Foundation also has doing covers for people, and I've seen most people going there to come to you to do covers.
Yes.
And so what's really the inspiration behind that?
Okay, the inspiration around the covers that I do really, no wonder I do them with the little that I have or anything that is at hand. Alright? Yes. So the inspiration that I got was there is some time back when I had an opportunity to go out. Yeah. I had the chance to interact with some musicians from international places. You find that when you ask them anything, they'll be like, oh yeah, I use that concept. You can just check it out here. They have reference and professional reference to anything that you need about them.
Yeah.
So it's like when someone wants to hire you, you don't have to start making a video right there and then. No, you just have to give them a link to your channel or your Facebook, and they can watch whatever they want to see about you, what you're capable of doing.
Yeah.
So that's where the inspiration came from. So I realized when I came back here, there are less opportunities for people to have reference materials like that.
Yeah.
So that's when I decided to just start doing that. And that's why I didn't wait for my account to reach a certain limit where I can buy an HD camera or a 4K camera to start doing them. No. That's when I said, okay, I'll do it with the least thing that I have. If I can use the camera from my phone and then I use my sound card to dub the audio together with the video, that's okay, as long as the sound is on point. That's the main focus. The quality of the video can be compromised, but as long as people can really get what that person is trying to communicate to them, that's better.
Yeah. Anyway, but enough about your professional career for now.
Okay.
Maybe you also want to know how many people do you look up to? Maybe how many people inspire you? Because there are so many things that you are involved in.
Yes.
There's drums, there's production, there's teaching also. So how many people do you look up to? And maybe you can give us the names of those people.
I look up to a lot of people. Because even here, I also look up to you. See, you play some good bass. You need to teach me that. It's just that it's so difficult to learn something like bass now, Yeah, things are migrating a lot. I look up to a lot of people. I would say the likes, if I were to mention the local ones, there are a lot, but I'll just mention a few. I would say Uncle Shabs, Uncle David Kasoche, we have Sir Jones, we have Celestine, the likes of Changs, the likes of Tekwan, the likes of Akim, the likes of Brand Fuse, the likes of J Chops. There are just a lot. Bentry, there are a lot of people I look up to. Maps, Lazarus, these people I look up to, some of them they don't even know me on a personal level, but I just look up to them because they put out a lot of works there. On the international market, we can talk about Kelvin Rogers, the Benny Greb, we can talk about Kakos, I can talk about the likes of Liam Kefri, those are mostly the educators. And then we can talk about the likes of Michael Bildon. There are quite a lot of people.
Yeah. But do you have like maybe a favorite genre of music that you like playing?
My favorites of all kinds of music is reggae, followed by classics like jazz, like home standard, modern jazz, contemporary jazz music. But my favorite of all times is reggae. At home, we used to listen to a lot of reggae music way back. So some point I was like a Rastafarian,
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I guess you know. Yes. So it's just, I don't know. I don't think a day can pass on my playlist without reggae, unless if I'm just listening to something that I want to learn something in that music.
Yeah.
But when I'm just listening to music because I'm listening to it, on that point I'm doing something, reggae will be there on the playlist.
Reggae.
Yeah, but I listen to all these kinds of music, but reggae is my favorite.
And it's important for people to, like musicians, to listen to different kinds of music.
Yes, it's important because you don't know a gig that you get. You can be a reggae drummer today, but tomorrow you'll be hired for a salsa Latin concert. You never know where you're going. So you need to listen to all these types and try to play all these types. So I always try to play all these types, but my favorite is reggae.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you mentioned that your dad was one of the people who taught you how to play guitar.
Yes.
But do you have any people who taught you how to play any other instruments? Or are you completely a self-taught musician?
No, I'm not a completely self-taught musician. I've learned from people. I have a lot of people I can mention that have taught me. The likes of Harrison. Harrison was the best drummer in Sparta around from around 2005 to 2010, till when I taught him bass. He migrated from drum, he started playing bass. He was one of the best drummers. He's taught me a lot of stuff about drums. The likes of Valesa is a guy that is a producer. He's taught me stuff on keyboard, and he's taught me stuff on production as well.
Yeah.
There's Cams, there are quite a lot of people I can mention.
If you had to advise the 12-year-old Martin Tembo, like, what would you do different? Maybe what would you specialize in, or what would you work on more to be better than you are right now? Is there something that you think you should have done before?
Yeah. There are a lot of things that I feel I would have done before now that would have made me a better musician. I concentrated too much on playing rumba and reggae, especially reggae music. I spent like a lot of time playing it, that I was left behind in these genres of music, that it took me time for me to at least get to a point where at least I can hold that kind of music down.
Yeah.
When I was trying to do that, I forgot about reggae again. So it's like it's a cable. When you pull it this side, then you don't pull this side, it doesn't go back that side.
Yeah.
So it's like you're rotating on the same circle. So I would advise a person that is coming up now to have a feel of how everything sounds like and how everything is played. And they should find a teacher who's going to be with you for a longest time. Don't find temporary teachers. Find a teacher that is going to grow with you.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's difficult for people to mature really because they keep migrating from teachers. Find someone you're going to spend a lot of time with.
Yeah.
Not someone you're going to meet today, tomorrow, and not with them. No.
Yeah.
Find someone, even if you're not meeting them every day, but that person is going to keep you and you're going to keep that person for a longest time. I think that way that person is going to really share a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
Yes.
And something different, a completely different question.
Yes, please.
What do you think about Zambian music now, like in terms of instrumentalists and all those people who play instruments? What do you think is the state of Zambian music for them? Like,
well, for lack of a better term, these guys are playing. They are not playing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
They are not playing. They are not playing around. They are playing. You see, people are playing. Really. People are really doing amazing work. Okay, it's just wonderful to compare on how people used to play 10 years ago to what people are playing now.
Yeah.
Where you can go on YouTube or on Facebook and search for some old videos and people are playing those that have tracked down those videos.
Yeah.
It's really amazing what we're developing at a very fast level. I feel I stand to be corrected, but this is what I see. People are playing, right? The only thing that I would say is that right now, because of modernity and a certain subject we call acculturation and inculturation in music and survey of cultures, we're playing too much of foreign cultures. So it's always difficult to speak about such kind of things. So people are playing really good, but we mostly playing stuff from outside. Yes, which is okay, because that's what on the market, that's what people are getting paid for. So yes, let's play that. So people are really playing. But let's just not forget our culture. Even if as we try to play this same foreign music, let's also play our local music. Because if we don't grow in our local music, then we are not taking it anywhere. It's going to die one day.
Yeah.
You know, there is this lecturer from a certain institution where I got to now, where I am right now, where I'm learning. He keeps on saying, if the people that really made Karindura music would wake up from the grave today and say play Karindura and we play it, they would really be surprised of what it has become. So let's just not forget our culture, even as we want to embrace what has come, this modern contemporization, but let's not forget about our culture.
Yeah. Can you talk about the number of people that you've produced for?
Anyway, I've produced for quite a number of people. I can say, on a rough number, I would say maybe 50 or 40
people.
Yes, I've produced for about 50 people. If I was to say it roughly, around 40 to 50 people.
Okay.
Yeah, on some of the productions, I've co-produced on some of Tishon's productions.
Okay.
I've also produced some songs that Magitu has featured on, but he probably didn't even know because we did it. It was a kind of arrangement where I make the beat, I start recording, then I move out of the studio. My friend sits in Valesa.
Yeah.
Then he records Mark 2 when he comes for a show at night when I went to play somewhere else at a gig.
Okay.
He records for me, then tomorrow I come back and mix the song. So he didn't even meet me. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I've produced for about 40 to 50 people. Yes. And then I've produced about let's say maybe about 7-10 albums.
10 albums?
Yeah, probably.
On average, how many songs on each album?
On average, ranging 7 to 15 or 8.
So that's like almost 100 songs.
Yes.
And that's just albums. They're also singles.
There's also singles. Those are albums that separate, and they're also singles.
So you have quite some studio time, right?
Yeah, you have to divide your time. Then for the type of music, I produce any kind of music per se. You know, it's very easy for you to produce any kind of music because way back as a producer, your job wasn't to facilitate everything like the way technology has made it look like right now, where the producer is the one who's supposed to play the keyboard, the bass, and everything the electronic kind of way. Yeah. No, way back, the producer's job was just to facilitate. He just used to facilitate on people's talents and ideas. The producer was just the person who looked for the keyboard guy, the mastering engineer, the arranger, the composer. He was just putting people's works together and makes everything come out into one. Alright, so it's very easy for me to produce different kinds of music because if I have someone who wants to sing a Kalindula song, and I cannot play that guitar, I just have to call Celestine or Chunks or whosoever, or which guitarist to play, and I call a bass guy to play, and I just program the drum or play the drum and mix, or call another drummer if I have a different idea on that song. And I'm just there mixing and recording. Yeah. I'm still the one who's producing that song.
So you actually call other drummers?
Yes, I do.
So, like, because everyone has a different sound, and you do appreciate that.
Yes, I do. It's always fun to have different touches and sounds on different records. It's not nice or sweet to have songs sounding the same way every time. No, it's always good to call different people to play on records.
Yeah. Anyway, maybe in conclusion, you can just tell us a bit about what you're looking forward to, like in terms of music, in terms of your company now. It's now a company, Hammer for Music Foundation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there's much that I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the day when Zambian musicians will be heard a lot on the international market. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Right. It's always nice. Then we'll have developed. And I'm still looking forward to a day when Zambian musicians' rates will be charged in dollars, alright, not in kwacha, alright, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm also looking forward to, of course, my personal growth is important.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things that I want to achieve. School takes a lot of time for me to finish, but I'm looking forward to finishing it. But I'll never finish, but I'm looking forward to finish it to a certain level.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm also looking forward to, at least, we need to have more of these foreign instrumentalist artists coming to Zambia to have their concerts here. We have rarely had these. Okay, way back in 2014, it seemed like the trend started going on well. The time we had El Crew coming, we had Richard Bonner was going to come.
Yeah.
Then we don't know what happened. Around 2018, they just became stagnant. You know, we need more concerts like that, or I don't know, concerts or
jazz festivals.
Yes, or jazz festivals, so to say. The other thing that I'm looking forward to mostly, the time when we'll have these companies that are in Zambia to start investing in these arts, right?
Yeah.
In other countries, our friends invest so much into these arts because these are entities where people can be self-employed.
Yeah.
The reason why we have a high rate of people that are not working in Zambia mostly is because they are only waiting on getting employed somewhere. Right, but these are some of the private sectors that can create a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
Right. Well, looking forward to a day when we'll have people that have the enough funding to start a company to make guitars here.
Yeah.
Enough money to make a company to make keyboards here or assemble speakers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to
and you can tell that the initiative is there.
The initiatives are there. There are even people, I can mention Matt Sticks,
yeah,
who has started making his sticks. But some people have to come on board at least and sponsor that guy so that they buy him the appropriate machinery. They look for a source of income on how to help him.
Yeah.
You see? So ideas are there. There are even people here who assemble speakers. They even recoil.
Yeah.
But they just need a proper funding for that to become an industrial company. And so that we should stop importing some of these things we're importing. We can make those
very
things
costly
here.
to import.
It's very costly. Like, look at just buying an interface that is 18 in and 20 out right now is like 15,000.
You know, I was talking to Uncle Sharp today. He was saying best strings that he used to buy at 195 are now 690.
Yes, they're 690.
in a space of less than 6 months.
Do you know that speaker cable, speaker cable? It's 10 meters. We used to buy it at 150. It's now at 320. 10 meters. Just a speaker cable. Just a cable that has a speaker on this side and a speaker on this side. All those stuff. So I'm looking forward to some of those things that I've said.
Awesome. Anyway, it was a pleasure having you. Yeah, I hope I'll have you again. You know.
Thank you so much. I'm really humbled and delighted to be here. It was wonderful, and I hope to be back as soon as you can call on me. I'll always be here.
Thank you very much for showing
Thank you so much, James.
Uptown Beats. Kale twanaka atileye mulete mwana kale twaleka ifyo kale twaleka injito watuletele pano chalo tata kale twalaba injito watuletele pano chalo tata kale twalaba alatapali no winga kontololo munankwe bantu bonse chimo chinefe maloza ya chitikati yaona tinina menso imipamba shimwenshi kuchiparire kwati nidomo manje lakondesesa ndalama tinaleko yopano nama mumitima zatumu muliye chikondi kupempela kwatu tema panga chape chongo ndaba mumitima zetu muliye chikondi tema na mandani ati mulembe pa upo kunaka kale twanaka ati kale twaleka ifyo kale twaleka injito watulotele pano chalo Banzatu wavutika, yeah. Jealousy atilinayo, akakaso atilinako. Twabafe pamopeneta kwa banoko tuya. Shiwe shiku twafula, ifirumba na mataki. ivo ndaipusha vasoma